In line with you. Nothing. Just looking.
Up to a 130-foot crest and then downhill.
What about
heading toward turn 2?
What about Stuart Friesen diving in there on Kyle Busch? These guys know that Kyle Busch is the favorite. They want to put him in their rearview mirror.
Bowman with the lead. Zane Smith second.
Reluctantly getting single file as they flow through the S's here, chopping some of the corners off. Few of the guys in the back still trying to get sorted out here. 2 and 3 wide into 7. That's a pretty sketchy spot for these guys.
Yeah, our truckers, Andy, they don't like to be single file. They want to race you every lap. They want to race you hard. These races are short, they're quick. You better get it done in a hurry.
Absolutely. And 2 wide through 8 and 9 right there. That is tough to do without knocking somebody off the track there.
Coming up to 11 in this tight hairpin turn, and then the long. We got
8th.
one. Yeah, that's Austin Wayne Self in the 22. Boy, that's a tough break. He is from Austin, Texas, and that is some pretty significant damage to the 22. Taylor Gray was involved in that as well.
Wow, something went wrong there. There was way too much rotation that early in it. It's like he didn't have front brakes and just had rear brakes there. That was very odd.
Still green.
Every time Kyle Busch tries to make a move, Stuart Friesen tries to make one on Kyle. But that 51 truck has the pace that we expected it would have early. He's all over the 38 of Zane Smith.
Yeah, Kyle in that white 51, and there's Friesen behind him, and Friesen's being challenged by Parker Kligerman there on the inside.
Both the 75 and 52 guys that we haven't seen always at the front of these road courses, but they're pushing for it today. That move by Friesen into 1 under the 51 on the Kyle, that's gutsy at the drop of the green there.
Kligerman's been a good road course racer. Doesn't get to race a lot, but he finished 5th last year at Watkins Glen. I mean, he is competitive regardless of where he goes or what he gets in.
And I love that small team and the way they get the job done, running up in the top 5 every time he cranks the engine. That's fun to see. That's what you get in the Truck Series a lot. Some underdogs that get up there and battle for the wins.
Let's keep an eye on the 22. That's like he just locked them up.
All rear brakes right there. Something was wrong. There wasn't enough front pressure, and you saw immediately. It might have been a missed downshift, but that was instant rear lockup.
Yeah, it almost like you said. You see, it happened too quickly. Like there was no brakes except for a little bit in the rear, and that's what locked up and caused the smoke.
Taylor Gray in that 17 also got some contact from the 22, and Gray just 16 years old, turning 17 this weekend. And there's a good look at it from Tyler Ankram's perspective.
You can see everybody just was along. He was along for the ride once that thing turned around. It happened in a hurry.
Yeah, that might have been wheel hop. That might have just been a mismatched downshift right as we're going from 3rd to 2nd and getting ready to go to 1st there. It's easy to chatter those rears, and once you do that, you send it.
Kyle Busch has gotten around Zane Smith for 2nd. Now Busch will set his sights on Alex Bowman.
Bowman, a little bit of a bobble there off the turn, and Kyle's closing.
With the 7 and the 51, Bowman and Busch being Cup guys, does that automatically make them the favorites for today?
Well, what Kyle Busch has accomplished in his career makes him the favorite, as you see, diving in on Bowman. But I went down and checked out that 7 truck. It looked real racy. He's talked to the team, and they said, we're here to win. So I think they brought a really fast truck to this race. But you can see right now, no one's a match for the 51.
That was impressive into turn 12 right there. I mean, he just pulled out, waited, got on the brakes hard, and was about clear of him before he even turned in, which, and maybe Bowman recognized, hey, it's early in the race, we're going to chill here. But, I mean, when we see the 51 coming from that far back, going from 3rd to 2nd, now to the lead, that's obviously an early statement.
You know, Vince, I talked about strategies. These other teams are adjusting their strategy now. Like, we got to do something to beat the 51. How do we pull that off? We have to get on a different program than Kyle Busch is on to try to take advantage and get some track position on him.
And what are those things? Those are going to be pretty much doing the opposite of what he's going to be doing in the stages. Do you want to take a chance, and do you stay out so that you've got a fresh tire at the beginning of that stage 2, that stage 3, and maybe hope that those 2 tires that they do if he pits early, going for the win instead of stage points, is what gives you the advantage on that rear tire late in the run?
See the advantage